mess this up. Good morning, thank you for attending our graduation ceremony for Class 104. Of course, you have to start every speech with a joke. Let me provide you this gem that was provided to me by my daughter Grace, somewhere in the audience. I can't see anybody now. Why did the bandit mop the floor? So he can make a clean getaway. Thank you, Gracie. I love you. Emma, David Jr., and my lovely wife out there somewhere. Let me start by thanking the sheriff, chiefs, command officers, and officers that can attend today. Your support is greatly appreciated. I think some of us in the class would also appreciate if you consider any interaction to today to be a job interview. There's a few of us that would really appreciate that. Let me also specifically thank New Baltimore Police for entrusting me with the job and putting me in uniform today. It's a great honor, and I hope to do this police department and this badge honor in my future. To the director, academy staff, and instructors, thank you for your mentorship, instruction, tough love, and guidance through this academy. We recognize how fortunate we have been to have such quality instruction from highly qualified instructors. It was clear that you all cared about the mission at hand and in turning into future police officers that would make this academy and the communities we serve proud. The emotion that we saw as cadets was genuine, and the message was clear to respect and honor the badge and ourselves throughout this future career. Never once did I hear an instructor tell a cadet that this job would be easy, that there would not be any challenges, nor that we were ever misguided about the field we were seeking to enter. We benefited from the passion and displayed, and we thank you very much. Class 104, we made it. Now, I hate talking good about you in front of your face, but I was humbled to be given this opportunity to serve as your platoon leader, and thank you so much for the camaraderie and teamwork that went into these last several months. 18 weeks ago, we would all come stumbling and fumbling into the academy, and I could tell the character of this class from the start when I walked in, and other cadets just as nervous as I pointed me towards the roster, and I could see complete strangers helping each other out. The next few hours would be a gut check, trying to figure out which wall was the east side in the gym, not having a clue what was in store for us. Many in the class had never stood at attention, done facing movements. Most certainly many of you have never even been yelled at before. It's kind of a millennial joke. Now, most virtually all of us can manage to keep step and follow basic military commands. And a vast majority of you actually look pretty sharp doing it. Over the last 18 weeks, you've been challenged. We've had to learn new concepts and ideas. We've risen to the occasion, passing with flying colors. All right, that's a little overly optimistic. We're not going to be the smartest academy, but we're pretty strong. Most days we start at 6:30 for physical training. I think one day PT made a mistake of thinking that getting to the building on time was sufficient. We paid for that. And from then on out, we ensured we were always there early enough to get ourselves ready for the tasks of the day. The PT program was a challenge, and they did a fantastic job considering the time and the equipment they had available to us. I myself lost 15 pounds and trimmed up the dad bod quite a bit. After PT, we'd have our first lesson in time management and handling stress. We'd get ourselves ready for the training day and get online for roll call, inspection, and then march into the classroom. And what a privilege it was for me to get to lead the class every day in the Pledge of Allegiance. Then in the training, hours and hours of classroom lecture to give us a baseline of knowledge on subjects such as law, politics, or police tactics, subject control, firearms, motor vehicle code, first aid, report writing, investigations, emergency vehicle operations, and so many others. Our bodies and minds were put to the test daily, and we'd be driven to the point of physical and mental exhaustion and learn that we can fight through every challenge. On a personal level, it was an awesome experience to be able to watch so many of you grow over the last few months. I greatly appreciate the efforts of the assistant platoon leader and squad leaders. You stepped up and made an impact on your squads and this class. Just as important with the leadership is those being led, and as a class you were willing to learn, and those things necessary for us to be successful. We learned a lot about each other during this journey. We fought through adversity together. We had cadets become brand new parents. Many cadets had birthdays, some turning 21 at the academy. We shared many laughs together, we cheered each other on, we held each other accountable and challenged each other. We started this academy as individual cadets, And through blood, sweat, and tears, as a team, we formed and we became a family united by blue. A strong bond that has been created and lifelong friends made. A few of us have had an experience like this in the military, while many of you have not. You've literally just gone through a life-altering experience. Your knowledge of the law, how to handle firearms, how to control unruly subjects, and how absolutely miserable OC spray is will forever be imprinted on you. Your DNA has permanently been altered, and the imprint of this academy and the numerous instructors that have spent time with us will be a part of you from here on out. But this is only an initial change. There's still much to learn, a lot of training to seek out and experience to gain. And always remember, we were playing chess, not checkers. Hopefully for most of you, there'll be a long, successful careers in law enforcement. Sitting amongst us today is a cadet that in 20 years will be a command officer or looking to be chief somewhere. Or in the case of Dahoogie and Shally, you'll finally be my age. And if you're lucky enough, you'll be wearing 41 as good as I am. Challenge yourselves to be active. Active in the communities you serve, physically active to maintain your edge against those that will seeking to do you or others harm. Actively seek new roles and responsibilities in your departments and be active in your own education. Remember, there'll be tough days ahead. You'll have to find ways to build up that mental resiliency. Don't let this job punch you in the face like Hanser punches grandpas. Of course, for this grandpa, I think I took that punch like a champ. After shaking it off, I did still stay in the fight. You know you're old when you fake a hip injury in the training, and everyone looks at you with concern instead of laughing at the joke. So now I'm going to invite you to a little cheating tip, Class 104. Keep your toes on the line. It's not just a line on the floor at the academy anymore. It is a thin blue line, and we'll stand shoulder to shoulder on it for the rest of your careers and our lives. Check your gig line. Keep your appearance tight and professional throughout your career. Check your buttons. It's this attention to detail, especially with the small stuff, that'll help make you successful. Check your buddies' buttons. Back up your partners, always. Get out there and do the right thing. Congratulations. Be safe. It's all right. One last thing before we move on from the cadets of Class 104. We have a plaque with all the cadets who have made it into police departments patches, and then of course the academy patch right here.
Thank you very much. Wasn't expecting that. What a great tribute. Congratulations.